Hi, George Rogers here. I want to welcome you to our video series on how to find and select homeschool curriculum best suited for you and your family. In this video, we're going to explore FAQ number 5. What is my child's preferred learning style? There are three generally acknowledged learning styles: visual, having to do with sight; auditory, having to do with hearing; and kinesthetic, having to do with touch and the sensations of movement. For example, Helen Keller, who was both blind and deaf, to her the kinesthetic learning style was the only one that was available. But it's also helpful to consider other learning factors I'm going to call learning processes, for want of a better term. What we want to understand here is how much direction does your child need? Does your child need step-by-step guidance? Or is he or she pretty much self-directed? Is this a child that's a deep thinker? Is he or she one that's highly intuitive? Does your child like to work with his or her hands? And how verbally expressive is the child? There are a couple of ways to find out. One is formal evaluations. Formal evaluations can be found free online. Just search the terms learning style evaluations or simply learning styles. Also, learning style evaluations are often offered by your curriculum providers. A second way is through your own observation. The following questions can be helpful in making these observations. Some things you might ask yourself. Is Johnny or Susie studious? That's, of course, if your child's name is Johnny or Susie. If not, obviously you can replace the name accordingly. The point is, I've grown tired of using the terms his and her and he and she, or your child or that child. So let's get a little bit more personal about this. Is Johnny studious? Is he analytical, communicative? Is he creative, curious, thoughtful? How social is Johnny? How independent? How confident? Is he a good listener? Is he industrious, spontaneous? Feel free to change not only Johnny's name, but also the adjectives used here. After all, what we're after is being able to understand what Johnny's needs and abilities and interests are so that we can tailor a program best suited to his needs and abilities. That, of course, is one of the great advantages of homeschooling. Does Johnny need or want a lot of structure? Does he like reading books and writing? Or does he like using a computer? Perhaps I shouldn't use the word or, but some children really like reading books but hardly ever get on a computer, while other children would spend all their time on a computer if you let them and hardly ever pick up a book. Does he like solving puzzles? How about taking things apart and putting them back together again? You have the idea. These are just some of the kinds of questions you'll want to know the answer to before you go shopping for curriculum. Your answers to these and other questions will provide you a good indication of the curriculum characteristics that will best leverage Johnny's strengths. In our next video, we will explore what instructional model would be best for Susie. In our next video, number 6 in the series, we will explore the question, what instructional model would be best for my child? If you have found this video helpful and would like to receive the other videos in the series on how to select a homeschool curriculum that is right for you and your child, go to www.homeschoolcurriculumfaq5.mp4. Again, that's homeschoolcurriculumfaq5.mp4. Also, if you have friends you think might be interested, feel free to email them this link. Thanks for joining in. I look forward to seeing you on video 6.